Welcome to study session 8, Strategies for Listening to Academic Discourse. Introduction. Before now, you have been discussing the act of listening generally. You have learned about all the factors that may make or mar listening efficiency. You have also learned about the essential skills needed to become a prolific listener during family and society meetings, at the theater, in discussion group, at interviews, even to gossip, chit-chats, and music. Since you are now preoccupied in academic pursuits than other pleasurable exploits, the time has come when you need certain guidelines to enhance your listening ability, especially during strictly academic environments. In this session, you will be able to learn all the necessary tips for effective participation at seminars and lectures, ordinary, special, and inaugural. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Explain the basic requirements for listening to an academic discourse. 2. Point out the necessary pre-listening activities to ensure listening efficiency. Basic requirements for listening to academic discourse. Nature of lecture method. Brown 1978 defines a lecture as a set of key points with associated examples, illustrations, elaborations, and qualifications. The lecture key points are ordered in a series of ways as dictated by the nature of the subject, art, science, education, and the style of the lecturer. Another characteristic of lecture method is that it is a technique used by many lecturers from institutions of higher learning and other qualified persons for presenting some types of academic material to a mature audience and in a large classes. Feature of lecture style. There are many methods of delivering lectures. The structure of most lectures are determined by the subject matter, while others are at the prerogative of the lecturer. However, experts have categorized all lecture methods into 5. 1. The classical method. This method is otherwise known classification or oral part. The lecturer will first present the main topic and list the independent elements that accompany it. Each independent element and further elaborated through the inclusion of details. Details will consist of facts, examples, and illustrations. The method is common with most courses of study. 2. The problem-centered method. The pattern starts with an introduction of a problem or posing of question. The discussion will profile the various alternative solutions with examples or qualifications. Usually, the lecturer summarizes the points under a solution before he presents other forms of solution. This method is peculiar to the sciences, economics, and medicine. 3. The sequential method. Some subjects like history, literature, and the science are easily adaptable to this method. The structure entails chronological listening of events, logical deduction, and actions in a sequence easily identifiable by the trained listener. 4. The comparative method. This is a lecture style that allows the lecturer to present similarities and dissimilarities of concepts, government, ideologies, ideas, and situations. It most invariably involves more than one thing, which is first identified, and the various characteristics listed for comparison or contrast. The method is applicable to any subject of discussion. 5. The thesis method. This is the most difficult and uncommon of all the methods, but it is still used especially in academic circles and high-quality discussion programs. It involves general assertion and justification. The lecturer certainly gives the background information leading to the assertion, its implications, deductions, and method of analysis. Necessary pre-listening activities. There are some pre-listening activities which a trained listener must embark upon to obtain the required reward from academic discourse. These activities are a prerequisite to whatever method the intending lecturer adopts. However good a listener may be in recognizing a lecture style, certain often overlooked facts must still be borne in mind. Possess the course outline. The students must possess an up-to-date course outline where the various lecture titles and other course requirements are carefully spelled out. He must read and understand the course objectives, the weekly arrangement of subject titles. The students must clear any doubt or confusion with his or her classmates before going for lectures. If the lecture is more formal than the routine one, the students must know the title of the seminar or special lecture, who the lecturer is, the time and venue of the lecture, and the possible audience. This fact will guide his active participation. Know the prescribed text and references. Most course outline contains prescribed text and relevant references. There is rationale for providing students with this vital information before commencement of lectures. The students must purchase or borrow the text from a friend, classmate, or the library. Pre-read the necessary references. One good way of preparing for lectures is to read the prescribed text and reference material. Such a practice provides a listener with an inkling, a slight understanding of the subject of discussion. It can inform him of how best to organize the material before the lecture. Be punctual at the lecture venue. It is a good practice to arrive early at the lecture hall. It is even better to be there before the lecturer. Punctuality has both physical and psychological rewards. You not only sit at a favored place, but one set of serious assignments. Choose a favored seat. When you arrive early enough to select a good place for yourself, it's going to be easy for you to participate actively in the communication act. A good choice of a place also ensures you a conducive atmosphere for listening. You are fairly comfortable in your seat and your lecturer is visible and audible to you. You will hear him and make his points and see him demonstrate and illustrate. Moreover, you may be free from distraction and thus be able to organize yourself, concentrate properly. Prepare for the lectures psychologically. In order to promote effective listening, comprehension when the lecture talk discussion starts in earnest, you have to be motivated and interested. In other words, you should show a strong desire to participate in the act. As much as humanly possible, you must control, if not eliminate completely, all forms of distraction. Endeavor to have a positive attitude to the subject and to the lecturer. Always cooperate with the speaker, lecturer, by ignoring his weak points and concentrating on his strength and the value of the lecture for you. Sustain your action. You must maintain your heightened attention throughout the lecture, since you may not know when certain crucial points may be made. You have to keep up your concentration so that you do not miss vital points as the lecture progresses. study session summary. In this study session, you examine the basic requirements and strategies you need in preparing for an academic discourse. You discuss the variety of lecture methods and style. You have also discussed the various pre-listening exercises and activities that will stabilize your physical and emotional comportment to get you organized for lectures that may be delivered through the classical problem-centered, sequential, comparative, and thesis method. Thanks for listening.